from Finland. He has reached the global first position in Clash of Clans, and he spent 12 months at the global 200 ranking position in this game. So it's very nice to have a gamer on scene, and he's going to speak about how hardcore gamers are playing your games and give some tips to the developers. Okay, Ed.
Okay, my story is today going to be like how I became a whale in mobile gaming. I'll first tell you a few stats of myself. I'm 30 years old, I'm from Finland. For work I sell rare champagnes, and before that I would work in the industry of internet, so we had a small software company that we sold to a small stock listed company, and then after 2 years I got tired of the clients and moved to Champagne and sell champagne for a better life. And because we're talking about money today, it's all about the money. I know all the questions will be about money. So I do not come from a rich family. So I'm not a gamer. I played like NHL before and stuff like that with my friends, but and maybe Tekken once. And I actually started playing Angry Birds on my phones because I don't smoke. So when I was at work and people went to smoke, the time was too little to play like read a book or watch movies or stuff. So I played Angry Birds, and then I found like small games from the App Store, but I played them very quickly. I have like 3 stars several times on all of them, and I actually love Bad Piggies more than Angry Birds. And then on December 12th, I started Clash actually. I knew the company from Finland, and I heard of their first game, the Gunshine, which is like a clone of Mafia Wars on Facebook, and that made me avoid the game for like a half a year because Mafia Wars sucked like badly. 1 year later, when I started, I reached 114 in the world. It was like January 14, somewhere there. And here is basically how I play. This is my base currently, and one of them, I do not buy everything as it comes. I want my base to be maxed out on defenses, so I buy them immediately. And I buy only the troops that I use. I do not enjoy spending money on the game, so I kind of play smart. And in Clash example, the walls, I build them as I go, so I basically spend my money on attacking, and then from there I get the resources, and then I usually gem the time. And this also gives me skills, since I didn't start by maxing and got the base and then just going with overpowered troops. So I started with low-level troops, and from there on I built my skill, and when I had actually a maxed account, things were coming much easier. And for me, like, the most important thing is what I'm willing to pay is for time. I have a limited amount of time. So back in the days, like 2014, when I used to play, I had an hour per day. So I was not willing to wait 3 hours for my troops to finish. So I decided, okay, just put the money in. And actually, I saved money by playing Clash. So if I would go out with my friends, I would spend 400 euros, 300 euros on the evening. So I stayed home, spent 50 euros, 100 euros on Clash, got my base upgraded a bit because I got some gold, my walls went up, my defense went up, and I saved money. And I didn't have much of a bad hangover at that time, so. I actually also started uploading videos to YouTube before the game had like inner like system that where you can share videos. So I'll show you this. This is like the type of videos that I actually did. So here you can see that this is what I used to play as an iPad mini, and I just filmed with my iPhone. And they got like a lot of attraction on YouTube, and people were telling me that you should actually start a channel. I said, no, fuck no, I'm not a YouTuber. I actually enjoy to play the game, and I want to do that. And I just did these because my friends want to see some of the replays. And I did these basically few a day, sometimes few a week, depending on my activity. So then here comes the interesting part of Clash, is that on March I got basically sponsored. So in Clash, one of my friends that I played in the same clan, he kind of stopped playing, and he had his account, had 3 accounts at the time, and I asked him that could I use one of his accounts to play, because he had everything maxed out. So he spent shitloads of money, like almost like 100,000 on Clash. So And I was like, I can take the account, I'll pay the gems myself. And then he actually just said, no, here's the account, just send me an SMS when you need gems. I was like, fuck, are you shitting me? I said, sure, let's play. And I actually started to go higher and higher at that time. And then in July 2014, I actually started a real YouTube channel. I started to teach people how to play and share my tactics with some voiceover commenting and stuff. And then in October 14, I reached #1 position in Clash, and it was kind of cool and fun. And here is actually, I'll put on the background. This is actually the attack that I did that made me #1. And here is actually the things that it required back in the days. Clash is very much different now. So I did 500 attacks without losing a battle. And the game at that time was that if you win, you get +1. If you lose, you get -39. So that -39 basically sets you back a week and around 300 euros. And I spent 720 hours in 2 months. That's basically 12 hours each day. I controlled my life around Clash. So if you hit a certain level, you need to live by the United States and China because the biggest players are there. So when they go to sleep, you get some food that you can, some bases to attack. So I woke up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and it's all about strategy. You need to stalk other people if you want to hit the #1. So you need to see who's online, are they under shield. It's a totally different. It makes you fucking crazy. It's And by this time, I basically spent around 10,000 of my own money. So it's around 2 years that I was playing when I hit this. And my sponsor spent around 70K, but he's from a rich family. His family hasn't worked in 5 generations. They have dividends, so he's okay. He also buys champagne from me, so I'm okay too. And yeah, we can watch the video to end. So basically, this was my chance. I was #1 at the rankings for 5 hours. So that is like all the money that I spent, everything up to this point was 5 hours. And if I would actually miss this attack, I would have a 1-star or failed. I would have not basically had a chance to probably do it again. One of my friends tried to hit #1 for 2 months, and he only made it to #2. And this is very rare at that time. This dude, Tetwa, he was basically from the arch enemy of my clan, Quantum's Web, and he was #11. So it's very, very rare to find a troop that high. So the offer was like around 27 or something like that. And normally you just find those ones and you need to, be there. So this was it, and I think it's gonna just end now, so we can continue. And that's why I use the #1 is on my YouTube and on my Instagram. Everywhere it's my profile picture because I fucking earned it. And everybody who says something else, I tell them to fuck off. And then the question is like, I had this 1.5 years ago, why do I still play? For one thing, I love the game. Clash is the most amazing game in strategy-wise. I love the thing. I don't like what Supercell is doing now with the game, but we'll go that a bit later. And the main thing is people, the social aspect. These are also the ones that you should be, if you take any notes today or yesterday, these are the notes you should make. If you have a good game, you'll get money. Like, you don't worry about that. The game is the whole thing. And the social aspect of Clash is the main thing. Of the clan, you need to share troops, you meet people, and eventually, like, you play it on different levels. Clash, you can play at the kids level, you can play at the high levels, you can be competitive, and you meet similar-minded people. So it's basically the Gemmers club that I belong to. It's basically like a secret society golf club that there's a 10,000, 20,000 entry fee. And one thing is I love doing videos. It's fun. I would actually pay to do my YouTube videos because it's so much fun to do. I love that. You get a dumb idea, and like Alvar, he does it for a living. I don't. I do stupid shit, and I just got from the copyright notice, I just had one from Supercell because they didn't like the stuff that I did. So, but. And then this is the interesting stuff. Things they didn't know about Clash. Their customer service it's service for a reason. It's a joke. So let's say I spend 20,000 on Clash, and if I have something to say to them, I use the inside support, and then I get a dumbass automatic reply that the kids get, poor people and young kids. It's stupid. I have friends that have spent hundreds of thousands in Clash, and Supercell has no interest on them. They have no channel, they have nobody that they could contact and tell their thoughts. If I sell champagne, the clients, the best clients that mine, they have my mother's phone number. If I'm there, they can call her so they can reach me so they can get their drunkenness on. And the main thing is also, people rarely have one account. I have 5. 2 of them are maxed. And then one is maxed on all 10, so it's people use several accounts. And then the interesting also is that people hire skill. So the game is, if you would like kind of Clash do it, there's Arabs that they don't drink alcohol. And they have a lot of time and money. So they pay Chinese kids to play for them. And then they, you know, see whose team is doing better, in a way. This is normal. And in wars, people hire like my clanmates to do 3 stars. And for Arabs, for 1 3-star attack for a maxed base, it's 120 euros. And for United States and other than Arabs, it's 60 euros. So they charge more from them because they have money. And I actually did one video for an Arab that they paid me 200 euros to YouTube their war, like just to broadcast it. And I was like, sure, why the fuck not? Just so that I can say that somebody paid me to do a video of Clash content from their clan. That war cost them like 2,000 or 3,000 euros because they want to win. So they hire the best hitters and they win. And then this is absolutely something that not many people know, but networking is the most awesome thing. I have had clients from Clash for over 350,000 euros that buy wine and champagne from me. I've traveled to Asia, several countries. I export to not just for Finland, but so many things. And this is the most interesting thing that nobody thinks of. And this is something, if Supercell would give a shit about the game and the people playing it and giving them money, they would actually arrange more of these events where people would meet each other in real life. I have traveled to several places, and I'm going this summer to more, and meet the people that have been playing games for a long time. And this is something, the ClashCon is nice, but it's shitty. But I met Alvaro there, so it was good. But they didn't serve any alcohol there, that was shit. And we had our own, so. And I did a video, and I got also some bad comments on that too. But yeah, and the main thing that already played, Clash has started its downfall now. Supercell is just cashing in, doing upgrades so that you, like stupid upgrades, that when you pay to win upgrades. So you pay, you get troops that you can 3-star bases without any skill, and then after a month they downgrade the troops back to a normal level, so they're just cashing in, and this is so sad. And I could speak for an hour, or maybe, actually at IMGA, the World Mobile Gaming Awards, I was there as one of the jury members, and one of the Supercell guys was there, and he asked me, what do you think about Clash? Actually, I spent 1.5 hours thinking. He didn't speak to me ever again. He didn't send me any emails or anything. And he asked. I told. Okay, and today, what I do today, so basically, I'm kind of a famous whale in Clash. So, and I have YouTube subscribers 62,000, which is not that much, but my YouTube subscribers aren't the kids. My YouTube subscribers are people that spend shitloads of money on games. I do the highest level strategy games, like content, and I also generate content. Like I was talking before about the content, so in Clash, I have unlimited supply of the best content in Clash, so I use this to basically grow my channel. So I do it for Alvaro, I do it to a few other YouTubers that are total, they actually 2.5 million subscribers monthly. And then I have 37 subscribers on Instagram. And if I would actually like to have more subscribers by whoring, doing stupid videos, or like mass attacks, some dumb shit, I could grow faster, but I don't want to do that. It's still my stuff, it's fun, and I like keeping it so. And I Clash in 2 families, like 2 different sides. One is trophy pushing, one is war. And I spend currently like 100 euros on, that's the deal that I made with myself. But as you can see from there, I spent 2.5K this year in Clash, so it's didn't kind of work out, but it's for upgrades. But I'm not going to do that kind of anymore because the game is not, when I'm actually searching a new game that I would like to spend more time on it. And from the beginning I spent, I'm not sure, this might be 30, it might be, but it's at least 20,000 I've spent in Clash in the a bit over 3 years that I've played it. And I do now a lot of game company consulting because of how to do games that whales like them, and to provide, because Finland has a lot of gaming companies. A lot of them, the guys there are my friends because I sell them champagne and they like drinking in Finland. So, and also I like to do stuff with YouTube because I see it as a huge platform if you do like good advertisement campaigns. And if you combine, it's not just giving money to YouTubers and do a dumbass video of my dumbass game. It's if you can create something nice, some story behind, you can do amazing. And it's just normally one person to convince. It's not a company or anything. You can do just one person if they believe in you. Like if you make Alvaro believe in you, you get an audience of millions of people, 300,000 views per a normal video that he does. So it's just crazy. And here is basically, I do a few more slides of what is a good game for me. I personally love games that require skill and strategy, that you can improve, that you can play in different levels. And I like beautiful, cute characters like there are in Clash, in a way. I don't like the Diablo style. That is just me because I don't play League of Legends and I don't play like these kind of games. And the most important, balance in pay to win. That is like the everybody knows you can pay money, but you shouldn't be able to win a similar dude if somebody has paid and you're on the same level. Money shouldn't matter there. It's like in Clash, it should be skill, and the random effect of a game shouldn't be that high. There needs always to be one. Like if you go fishing, you never know if you catch something, and that is curious about it. So that's kind of idea. And one thing that I want to do that no games like doing now, I want to buy novelty items. Why the fuck can I get my Pekka a skirt? Because Pekka is actually a man's name, but it's a girl character in Clash. Or a different color sword for my barbarians. And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't make, you know, more power or anything. It just looks like nice. Or like statue for the Arabs. If Clash would do a statue that costs 10,000 euros, they would sell thousands of them. Because people would just want to show their friends, I have this statue, I have 10,000 euros, it's here in my stupid ass base. And it's free to do, and that's something people should go into more on games. When you have a good game, you can do this stuff. People spend so much time there, and people buy expensive, you know, Pradas and all that shit that is made shitty clothes for high prices. So it's... Okay, now we get into how to find whales. This is the whale stuff, so I did a small thing. This is actually an Indonesian tribe that hunts whales like this. Don't be one of them. This also is same as for YouTubers. Is the same. If you're big, people just want to hunt you down. Play my game, and you know, let's go there. First of all, it's illegal to hunt whales, only for research purposes. But this is what I mean. If you make people spend money on the game immediately, and then they will die off, and they will be no money. Like I've been spending on Clash since I started, from now on. So it's the whole thing is to do a game where people are comfortable spending money that they have, and it's okay. For me, I have always had a job since I was 12. So if I spend 200 euros, 300 euros a month on my hobby, it's okay for me. I'm happy with that. But if I would spending 3,000, if the game would be so addictive that I actually need to do that, that would be wrong. Then I will stop playing and you don't get my money. It's the same if you have a good product, like think of your favorite wine or whatever you use daily. You just buy that every time and you're happy. That's like the most important thing. And then the thing about the game, make it beautiful. Like in wine, the balance is the key. That's a bottle that I had before in the Finnish airport. Good shit. French. And the most important thing, understand who whales are. We are not gamers. We are not gamers. We succeed in life, and all the people that I play Clash with, we are not gamers. There are maybe one or two exceptions, but we have basically a busy life, and the game brings us fun, so that's why I'm emphasizing on the time value. We're not nerdy, we have good lives and stuff like that. That's all the stuff that I get on YouTube, that you suck, you don't have any life because you play Clash of Clans all the time. I said, sure. And this is one of the most things, market it right. If you take, Alvaro is different here. It's the big YouTubers on United States, basically. Only kitsch and poor people watch YouTubers that have 1 million, 2 million subscribers. They are fucking dumbasses, they can't play. If I watch Chief Pat and Galadon play Clash of Clans, it's like watching dogs play chess. And I actually would like to watch dogs play chess. And here, remember the time issue still. People, I don't watch YouTube. I make videos for fun, but I don't have time to do that. Oliver doesn't have time to watch YouTube videos. He just makes them. So that is also the idea. You cannot find whales from YouTube. You find kids. You get installs. You can tell your investors that you have shitloads of installs, but what the fuck is that? You don't get any money. And also one thing, whales hang out with each other. We have friends, you know. It's a community, and we do talk. So if we had bad experiences from some gaming companies, we do talk, and it's like, you know, be very careful with that. That's just a warning and an example. And also, same thing for good ones. If you have a good game, people, you know, they tell about the game. They tell, you know, I'm in contact. I'm with WhatsApp and everything, and line with my friends. If I find something nice, we'll do that. Of course, I still want to get paid because I'm fucking awesome. And one thing, do not copy Clash of Clans. That is like the dumbest shit that you can do. There's one clash, it's done. And then patience is one thing. Think of this like the whales of mobile gaming. They've all spent money. I'm a small whale in this one. If you give me a game that requires me to spend 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 immediately, I'm not interested. Like, if I start a game, I'm okay to spend 100 euros, 200 euros. That is like nice, and I need to get somewhere. I normally do that to save some time and figure out if the game is good. So you need to do a game that, you know, sucks you in easily, and so that you actually enjoy the game first, and then you can buy more stuff. And of course, remember the novelty items. And this is like all the same thing. Don't try to make us spend. We have money. We decide when we spend. It's the same thing. We hate this like kind of like begging, okay, come here, this game, why didn't you spend any money? I've had these from a few gaming companies. It's like, I'm just like, dude, I remove you. And then focus on the game. I have it 2 times here. Make a good game and focus on that. Money will follow. It is the game is the most thing. You make games. And then I know if we do questions, everybody will ask me, they have done this so many times, what I think of Clash Royale. So let's get that out of the question here. Clash Royale is a toilet game. I hear some people also bring chargers into the toilet so they can play there. The person is here, you can figure out who it is. It's not me. Royale TV is good. This is like something in-game that is awesome. You have that. That's a feature that you can enjoy the matches in there. You need to go to YouTube. I actually watched yesterday before I went to sleep some matches from Royale TV. It was fun. And I don't have any retards speaking on them. That's also good. Esports on YouTube, Royale will be the biggest game there because it is for the big public. Everybody loves that. I like that. And a lot of the women like that game. And it's not League of Legends and all that stuff and Vainglory. That's for gaming community. And even I watched one video from Molt for 10 minutes of my life that I never get back. And I actually enjoyed that of Clash Royale. And I'm surprised with that. Ta-da!
Whoa. Thanks. Thanks a lot. We have only 1 or 2 minutes for questions. Hey, don't be shy. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. No? No question, really? Ah, thanks.
EVP. Do you remember the very first time you played Clash of Clans? And did you fall in love with it instantly, or was it more like a timely process?
It was basically because in Finnish media they started to do like a lot of talk of Clash that it's such a good game, and I avoided that because of the gunshine issue for half a year. Then I read one big newspaper article on that, like the idea of the magazine, and I said, okay, I'll try it. It's because I know a few of the people that were. I was actually in a panel with Ilkka before like Supercell was any famous when they were making Gunshine, and I thought he's a retard, and I was so wrong. So I started beginning, and I gemmed a bit, and the game was so addictive that I stayed in there. I tried to put barbarians in my clan castle because I saw them come out from other people that I attacked, and I didn't join a clan until 2 months. I just bought dragons and raided bases, and I was feeling good.
Thank you.
Okay, I take 2 questions, short questions, and really short answers.
Hello. What do you think about the best way to monetize, like bundles or in-game ads and stuff like this? What do you think about that?
Ads is difficult. It's okay because some people use free, that's okay, but I would like to pay them away, it's okay. But I would say it's something like time upgrading troops in a way, it's something like that. It's a game that has basically a 1,000-year gap on beginning when it launches. That would be like awesome because you can spend like 30% of that, get an idea of the game, and then when the game grows, it's like stupid people do games that have 15,000 gap on beginning when the game launches, and then, you know, it's just dumb in a way.
If the game were much complex, where you will have much more time to master it, will you still be playing it, or you will take it away and throw it and say, oh, that's a shitty game, I pass on something else?
Let's say the balance is like, for me, yes, but the balance is if you get somebody else, I'm a bit different in a way. I know I like playing chess, but I know that to master it, if I spent 3 years, I wouldn't get even close to the global rankings, so it needs to be somewhere in between. Like, that's the idea. But you can have a more complex game than Clash, and I would actually be enjoying it. But it needs to be against other people also.